This video tutorial is designed to help you understand how to create categories and assignments and enter scores in the gradebook in PowerTeacher Pro. To begin, click on your A+ grading icon on the top left. This is how you'll navigate through the different views you can use in your gradebook. The first one we'll look at is an assignment list. This just gives you a list of all of the different assignments you have, how many students have scores for it, when it was due, how many points it's worth, and also on the left you can see what category it's in. The second option is your score sheet. This is a traditional gradebook where you can go in and see your students, the assignments, and enter scores. And the last option is where we're going to start, is your categories page. Here you can see all of the categories you have. If it has a check for active, it means it's being used in your gradebook. If you would like to change that, click on Edit and change it to inactive, and it will not be used in your gradebook. To create a new category, the fastest way is to click on this Create icon up here. You'll click on it, select Category, change the name, decide what class you want it to be assigned to. You'll notice right now it's assigned to all classes. If I just want it for one specific class, I will click on that, and now it tells me it's assigned to that class. You can change the color. This can be helpful in quickly organizing your categories, and you can add a description. You can set defaults, so if all of your scores for that are going to be out of 4 points, you can set that so that when you create a new assignment in that category, it automatically starts by having 4 points possible. We'll click Save here now that we're done creating that category, and you'll notice it is here. You'll notice it doesn't have that little icon there. All this means is that it's a district created category. If you'd like to reorder them, you can do so with these buttons here. Now that we have a new category, let's go back to our assignment list so we can see all of them, and we're going to create a new assignment. We'll add a name. I can select the category. We just created practice. Notice when I click on that, it automatically sets it at 4 points, which is the default for that category. You can decide if it's counted in the final grade or not. Over here, if you would like to weight it more, you can click on the plus weight, change that to 2, and you'll notice it changes the total value. You can also add extra points. Adjust the due date here, add a description. Over here, you'll notice you can put images or links. This can be helpful if you have say an essay prompt linked on a document. You can add that link here so that students can click on that so that they know what the actual assignment is. One of the cool features, if you have an assignment that's not for everyone, say it's additional practice or an extension activity, you can add or remove students. So say I want to leave a few students out of this assignment because they have other things to be working on. I can click on them, and anyone who doesn't have the check mark, it won't show up in their gradebook. I won't go into detail about this now, but you can link standards to assignments simply by clicking on the box next to the standard, and you can decide when you want to publish the scores. So we'll save that assignment, and you'll notice now Practice 1 is a new assignment there. If you would like to see more about how to weight specific categories, the previous video on how to set up your gradebook has more information about how to weight specific categories. So make sure to go back there if you are confused about how to use categories and how to weight them the way that you would like. Now that we have our category and assignment created, we're going to click on Grading and go to our score sheet, which is sort of our traditional gradebook view. And we have our assignment listed here. You'll notice the students that were exempted from this, or I guess were not included in the assignment, have some gray lines through it, just letting you know that that student did not do the assignment or wasn't required to do it. If you'd like to enter scores, you can just click on the box and type it in to navigate. It helps if I type in the right score. You simply need to hit down or up to go through those students. Again, put too many points. Some helpful tips here. You have a number of different options over here. When this pane opens up, You'll notice down here are some options. So say this student didn't turn theirs in, it's missing. I can click on this button. You'll notice a little orange icon pops up there. That means it's missing. In some spots, if you look at some older assignments here, you can see that instead of scores, there are just check marks. This means that the student turned it in, it was collected, but it's not being counted for points. Some of the other options you can do, say the student was absent, it can be helpful to mark that so that you know. Another way to exempt a student from an assignment is just to click on the exempt button. One feature you can do, say everybody got a 4. I'm going to type 4 and then click on this fill button here. You'll notice all of the scores that weren't filled in here, all of those students now have 4s. This can save you a lot of time from typing in the same number over and over, especially if it's a multiple digit number. You can also do the same thing horizontally if you would like. That would just edit a student's score for all of their assignments. And you can also click incomplete. So if a student turned it in but it was not done well, you can actually mark that in this so that both you and the student know that. When you're done, you're going to want to click save to save all of your scores, and your data is all saved. And now you know how to create categories, assignments, and enter scores and information into your gradebook.